Ah.
When you take mana damage, that also deals... Wait. I mean, you attack them and so they take off damage, but then feedback does mana damage.
Uh-huh.
And then taking mana damage also deals health damage.
So I do my
And
normal
so-
attack, but then it also just adds on 36 mana and health damage to on top of what I was normally doing?
Yes.
Okay.
So, like, if you're attacking a mage, for example, then they will lose a lot of mana, especially if you're attacking them really quick, which is something Clinks is good at.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of auto attacks in a short period of time. Then their mana will drop a lot. It'll drop, and then they won't have as much mana to use on spells and the like.
Cool.
So, the Fusel Blade can be nifty for that.
Dude, look at 1 life 7 ZZ. 1 kill to 10 deaths.
Was that Nature's Prophet?
Yeah.
He might have been learning.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Dude, I had 192 last hits. It's the highest of
Nice.
everyone here.
Nice.
Clinks is good at that though with his attack speed like crazy. Just like it wasn't skill, that was just
Technically,
using
it's
that
more
ability.
damage that makes
Really?
last hitting easier, not attack speed.
Maybe.
If I want to last hit well, I go for lots of damage.
What time is it? I gotta go do laundry now.
Okay.
I don't understand why I don't have Prime.
Did you cancel that at some point? I suppose I probably would have already asked that.
No, I have it now.
Okay.
I'm also buying accident protection, which is $25, but 2 years and I can make 3 claims. Yeah,
That's good
worth
if
it.
you intend to actually, well, not intend to, but if you think
I've
there's a fair
I've
chance.
broken so many Kindles. Like, it's just if you put any type of pressure at all on the screen, it breaks. And I put it in my book bag. So, yeah.
Apparently, a Kindle Fire is only like $80. Whichever said not to get those.
It's not 80. Kindle Fire is
Well,
like
used.
270. Oh no, I don't want a new used one anyways. I'm not picky about other things being used, but I don't trust people with electronics.
Fair.
I should have it by Thursday.
Which one did you get?
Just the plain, for like the normal one. $60 one. But as I said, I did buy the 2-year warranty plus accident protection. I wanted to buy a case, but the cases are $60.
I got a case for like 20.
Well, the one I want is 60.
Oh.
Has a built-in light. Plus, I have a case here I could just use too. Mine's the old one, or was the old one. The one with the full keyboard on the bottom.
That's the one I have.
Yeah, my dad has his
I think
original
it's the
too.
third generation.
They don't make those anymore though.
Ooh. Maybe I could like some of them.
I love it how more items to
Like those
consider on the bottom of my Amazon page is all Rubik's Cubes.
That's mine too. You didn't even buy any.
I had them in my cart though, remember? And then I realized I didn't
Oh.
have Prime and said, hey, can you put it in your list?
Actually, the way I remember it going down is I was like, hey, you know what? I'm buying cubes for myself. you like me to get stuff for you also?
Well, I said no, and then I was like, I can just do it for mine, and then I realized I didn't have Prime anymore.
I seem to remember the Prime thing being older.
I don't know.
Me neither. So, random note. So far I have episodes 16, 14, 11, 13, and 15 of season 20.
Okay.
I tried getting 12, but it was apparently in Irish at first.
I have not seen any of them except half of the first one. So.
Did they actually have, like, an order? Oh,
Yeah.
does the order matter? Okay.
Yeah, because people get voted off.
Oh, right.
Yep. I wish Hulu worked, but it doesn't work on my computer. I don't know if it's my internet connection or what, but I can't watch Hulu on this computer. And all of them are on Hulu.
Yeah. I mean, depending on when you actually want to watch this, it might be easier to just wait until you can watch them all on Hulu.
Yeah. It's a guilty pleasure, and I don't have anything going on this week. At all. Just class. So, like, I don't really know what to do with my time. Other than, because I don't have a Kindle. I don't have a book. Well, I do have a book, but it's falling apart. I felt bad. Like, I want to read it. But then as I turned the first page fell out, and I was like, oh, well, that's probably, maybe he didn't realize it. So I put it with the other pile, and then I turned the next page, and that one fell out. And then I was like, wait. And I turned the next one, and that one fell out. And I was like, okay, so it's just the book. The binding. Once the binding's gone, the binding's gone.
Yeah.
So they're still all together.
Good.
I just didn't want to keep pulling them out. Be an interesting way to read a book, though.
I almost wonder if I could, like, just rebind it myself. That would probably be a lot of work, though.
And it'd probably just be cheaper just to buy a new one.
Sure.
Ask Trevor about binding books. He made me a book. Like, by hand. I'll have to show it to you. If I have it. I don't think I have it up here. I have the pen he bought me to go with it up here, but I don't think I have the actual book. It's downstate. Yeah, he sewed all the pages together and created the binding.
Nice.
Yeah. It's probably one of my favorite gifts I've ever gotten.
I can imagine.
Mainly because it's awesome.
Yes.
I like sending you dirty Snapchats and then listening to you fumble over words.
Yeah. That picture was very, just kind of full on, too.
I was given a rule. I am
know.
still following
It's all colored in.
that rule. I know. Just saying. I sent the exact same picture to Trevor, but his wasn't blurred out. So. And any of those that you get, I send to him too. Just because he likes to see them. I mean, who wouldn't want to see them? So.
Weird people.
Even the gay guys are like, yeah, let me see him. I dated a gay guy.
Really?
Guys.
How did
Yep,
that?
we were together for a year, and then he just kind of like came up to me and was like, I'm gay. I was like, I'm glad you finally realized that. He's like, well, what do you mean? I've known that for a long time. I still love you, but I'm glad you're finally like coming out. So that was the end. I knew it. I knew he was. But I mean, I loved him. He was a good guy.
How do things actually work in that sort of relationship, though? Like,
We still had sex. He just realized that he liked guys more. When the farther we got in, I think he started to realize it a little bit more because we didn't have as much. But still. I think he's getting married soon.
nice.
So I'm supposed to be writing a paper on how to hang out with an introvert. Do you have any
posted
ideas?
something on Facebook not too long ago. Is this one of your homework assignments for Treasure?
Yeah. I just can't seem to get my words right. Other than, like, I just don't want to hang out.
You should read that.
I've seen this before. Like, basically this paper is to explain to Sarah how to hang out with me and not make me uncomfortable. But everything I say, like I write down, sounds mean or like what everyone else says. Like, oh, just let them have space when they need space. Like the typical things that you see and stuff, like the picture you just sent me. Like all of that. But like I want to try to explain it, not like I just copied it off the internet, but like I actually took my time.
Right.
If she could just play video games with me, that would solve all of our issues. She thinks that you and I actually hang out every single day.
That's not true.
Because I say we hang out. But when I say hang out, I don't mean in person. I mean video games. I mean, I hang out with Trevor every day. Nope. I wish. But, I don't know. Even if she, like, was just okay with coming over and just sitting with me while I played video games. But she's a major, major extrovert. I want pictures in a hamburger. Pictures are way too expensive. Other ways. I'd probably
You mean
go.
not pictures now?
Yeah.
What are they?
They're
normally?
like $15 a piece.
You know what I think of immediately when you say $15?
What?
One moment. I gotta find
Oh
it.
no. Oh no.
Is this it? This is not it, but
I get scared when I push these.
Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers, rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts.
Oh wait, no, this
Rolling
is
blunts
it.
and smoking-
Part of it.
And
let me get a nickel bag. $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me, oh. My jungle love, yeah. Oh, we, oh. I think I wanna know ya. Yeah, what? the hell are you singing? You don't know Jungle Love? That shit is the Mad Notes. Written by God herself and handed down to the greatest band in the world. The motherfucking time!
I mean, the guys in that Prince movie?
Yeah, Purple Rain.
That shit was so gay. Fucking 80s style.
Hey, never say an unkind word about the time. Me and Salpa model the whole fucking life around Morris Day and Jerome. I'm a smooth pimp who loves the pussy. And Tubby here's my black manservant. What?
What'd I tell you two about dealing in front of the store? Now drop the kid and peddle your wares someplace else, burn boy. And for the record, the time sucked ass.
I'm fucking bored, man. Boredom's the first step on the road to relapse.
Do you have this movie?
I believe I do. I'd
You
be
should-
disappointed
you
in
would-
myself. if I didn't.
You and Trevor should watch it downstate.
Awesome.
I'll watch it with you, I guess.
Cool.
He always wants people to watch those types of movies with him. And I don't like those types of movies, so I usually just watch them and sleep.
Fuck me hard.
He got me to watch Borat.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I'm sort of scared to go back and watch it.
You
But
should.
part of me also wants to sometimes. But yeah, if he has time, I would totally watch all the Clerks 2 movies with him.
Well, he found out he has Thursday off
Or not all the Clerks.
and Friday off. He has Friday off too.
Cool. But we're going
But
to your dad's on Thursday?
And his parents are gonna be there Friday. Whoop-de-flippin' do.
I mean, a lot of parents next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately. I don't mind his mom coming. I just wish she could have done it on a less busy weekend. Because we have Trevor and I are going somewhere on Saturday. So you get the house yourself.
Hmm.
We're going to Britain to go to family Christmas.
Like Great Britain? Across the pond?
No. Like Britain. Just Britain.
What's Britain?
South. It's south-ish. I don't know. It's a tiny little podunk type town. With nothing in it except maybe a post office.
Nice.
It's where Wendy grew up, my stepmom.
Hmm.
I am not a fan of her side of the family because they think I'm possessed with the
What?
devil. They
Why?
think I'm going to hell.
Is there any reason
Yeah.
for them thinking that?
Tattoos.
That's it?
The way I talk, the way I act, the way I think. They don't like my dad either, but you'll find out I'm like my dad a lot. Like, we have the same personality pretty much.
I wasn't aware that you were the
I'm not. They're super duper duper conservative type people. Yeah. They've gotten
When
better.
you say super duper duper conservative, does that also mean like heavily religious and stuff? God-fearing
Some
and
of
all that?
some of them.
Okay. Because sometimes those go hand in hand.
Most of the time.
I kinda
Some
feel
of
that
them
way
are.
too,
My aunt is a Mormon. but I don't usually. I'm not allowed to actually talk to her. That's a rule that my stepmom made for my dad and I both. We're both not allowed to talk to her.
Wait, you're not allowed to talk to who?
My aunt, because she's a Mormon, and we like to point out flaws in her religion, and it pisses her off.
See, wouldn't it be great if people are open-minded enough that if somebody pointed out flaws with their religion, they'd be like, oh, well, I guess this is a shit religion. Or at least be willing to rethink it, or something. Instead of saying, no, you can't talk to me anymore.
Oh no, she likes talking to us,
Oh,
but we mock her, and she doesn't realize it, and my stepmom actually kind of got, like, upset that we were doing it, so she just told us we can't talk to her anymore. And the kids know we do it too, and that's not good to teach the kids. So. I want my Kindle to be here right now.
you can borrow mine.
No, I wouldn't trust myself with it.
Well, you have a new one on the way. If you break mine, give me yours.
Exactly. No. Trevor got one from my parents for Christmas. But his broke too.
So, let's see, today's Tuesday. So you should be getting your Kindle on Thursday.
Yep.
Okay. You should oh wait, Thursday's pictures. So, maybe you'll be here already, I don't know. Or at least
Oh, when I get it, I'm
10th of
coming
it.
over. And you can give me a book.
Or 50 bucks. Actually, no, I have that
Alright.
50 bucks, I don't think. But
Sure. However many you have. Go for it.
cool.
I gotta get Harry Potter off my old one.
Harry Potter's is a series I've been wanting to read.
I reread it every year. Along with Lord of the Rings.
I haven't read Harry Potter.
My whole family. Well, actually, how it happened was I picked up Harry Potter. It was a gift from a friend or something, and I read it. And then my Aunt Pam, my mother's sister, threw a temper tantrum and was like, this is witchcraft, this is devilry, blah, 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 blah,
See,
blah.
those
She's going to hell.
people really pissed me off.
Well, she's gotten a lot better. She was actually in a cult back then. It's time for... That's a different story. Anyways,
Okay.
so my mother didn't know what was going on, so she went to Wendy, because it was Wendy's friend, my stepmom, who bought it for me. And Wendy was like, it can't be that bad. It's a kid book. Here, I'll read it, and then I'll see how bad it is. So my stepmom read it. And then she's like, no, this is not a bad book. And she fell in love with it. So by the time she was done reading the first one, the third one was out. And so I read the first and second one. And then she started reading during the third one. My dad got curious and started reading when the fourth one was out. And then the last two books came out. We all three of us went at midnight to get it, and we bought 3 copies of each of them because we couldn't decide who was going to read it first.
Nice.
And now my sister reads them religiously. She loves those books. My other sister reads them.
Yeah, I don't remember how it got started. It may have been a Christmas present or something. It's also possible that one of my older siblings had them and like gave them to me as they finished them or something.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I would like it. I don't remember, but I know I read the first 3 like 4 times each.
I love the third one. Third one's my favorite.
It was my favorite too for a long time. I don't have a favorite anymore. But the 4th one came out at some point. I think shortly after I read the first 3. And then I guess it took a long time for the fifth one to come out. Because by the time the fifth one had come around, I like kind of lost interest in Harry Potter. It was still cool and all. It's just I wasn't in the zone anymore. If you know that.
I always reread all the books before the next one came out.
I didn't have the time or commitment for that.
I read really fast, so just rereading a Harry Potter book
Right.
is like nothing to me.
Nice.
Like, I can read all of them in 1 week. Pretty
Yeah.
easily. I actually, the seventh one, I got it at midnight, and I finished it by 6 o'clock the next morning. So my dad gets up, and he pulls the book out. He goes, I'm going to be the first one to finish it. And I look at him, and I have huge bags under my eyes, and he's like, are you sick? Like, I was up all night. He goes, you finished it, you bitch!
Nice.
And he's like, don't tell me. And it's funny, though, because, like, my dad and I would always be the first ones done, but my stepmom reads really slow. So she'd come downstairs and see us, like, talking about it. We'd have to be like, shh, shh, don't say anything, shh. Hi, Mom. And then she, like, the sixth one, she came downstairs, Dumbledore's dead, and she's just bawling her eyes out. Now I want to reread them again.
Let's see. Did you tell me why you don't like audiobooks?
They put me to sleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
So audiobooks in the car are a bad idea.
Yeah. I can do it if I'm not driving, but I will fall asleep to them. Like,
Okay.
that's the only reason why Trevor got to listen to audiobooks in the car. 1, I just was really tired. And 2, he ganged up on me, and all the kids wanted to listen to audiobooks too.
Nice.
I was outnumbered 4-1.
I love audiobooks in the car.
I like my music. Now, my theory is whoever's driving gets to choose what plays.
Yes.
So,
I
like when
something
Trevor
about that
drove.
too.
when Trevor drove, that's what we listened to.
Let's see. Back to Wheel of Time, though. I think I have the first 5 books in print. Apparently the first one isn't in very good condition. The rest, though, should be okay.
Well, I was just going to download them onto my
So.
Kindle.
You can do that, too.
I have a
But-
good place for books. Just have to pull out my junker laptop and get it downloading.
Yeah. It's just, I know some people who vastly prefer actual books to ebooks or audiobooks.
I used to, but I
And I
can't fall
still
asleep.
do, but it's just usually the extra convenience of having it on a Kindle just outweighs.
I like falling asleep
with a
better
book.
with my Kindle than I do with a book. Like, if
What
you
I
fall
like
asleep
is
reading a
that
Kindle, you don't lose your page.
there's that, yes. But what I like is that as you're falling asleep, you don't have to like get up and move around to flip the pages.
Yeah.
And like
I think there should
even if
be a
you're not
remote.
actually flipping the pages, just like rotating the book and then keeping it balanced and stuff like that. It's kind of annoying and it delays sleep,
I
which is
think
good
there
for the
should be a
story,
remote.
but bad for sleep.
Because I like putting the Kindle on my lap and then falling asleep, but then I have to pull my hand out from underneath the blanket
Oh.
to turn the page. So
Well,
if
why
there
not
was
just
just
like crease the blanket a little bit? Like a
because
mitten.
I usually have like a bunch of really heavy blankets.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I got it. There was one time I was sitting watching. Oh God, I think my little brother was on his Kindle and he was reading too, and he would change the page for me.
nice. Trevor sure does take a long time to do laundry.
He folds all of his clothes as soon as they come out of the dryer. Because he's got work clothes that have to be unwrinkly.
Well, then why not just hang them?
Oh, he might be hanging them. That still takes him a while. I forgot he actually has a closet now.
Hanging is a lot faster than folding.
Yeah, when we lived in the old house, we didn't have a closet.
I used to iron my clothes until I broke my back.
Oh, he won't do that.
It's kind of fun hearing you pick up your Rubik's Cube every time you die. Because that's exactly what I did back in the day when I played Dota. When I was just getting into it.
I was clicking earlier. Trevor was like, there you go again. God, you two. Shut up.
So I may have already told you that I taught one of my coworkers to do it.
Yeah.
I know he's doing it and stuff. But then today, I brought in a different one because the one I brought in yesterday is one that pops, and I don't want it popping at work
Yeah.
in case it breaks or something. So I brought in one that doesn't pop, and he's like, wow, so you just bring a different one in every day? I'm like, yeah, not quite, and so then we had multiple Rubik's Cubes. Picked one up and started fiddling with it. And he started talking about it. He was asking questions, as people do. And at some point I offered to teach him. He's like, no, I don't want to learn. It's fine. I'm like, okay. But then he kept fiddling with it. And he just kept fiddling with it. And so then he spent the entire afternoon fiddling with it. Except for like a half-hour period where he decided, alright, I need to study because I have an exam tomorrow.
Yeah.
But then after a while, he just picked it up and kept going. He's trying to figure stuff out.
I wanna teach Trevor because I know he really wants to learn.
I don't know what he really wants to learn, but
Well, it's because it's something that I like to do. I mean, that's why I like playing all the video games. I mean, I like playing video games, but the video games I choose to play are ones that I know he likes. So,
yeah,
I hope. Yeah, I also want him to get good at it, because, like, just knowing how to do it is kind of boring if you can't increase your speed. Or at least have a good speed.
It is just a fun thing to do to just occupy yourself.
I know he has one. He should.
I wish my brother still knows. I taught him years back.
Do you like coffee?
No.
Do you like hot chocolate?
Sure. It's something I have once every 3 years, but it's enjoyable. I've just never bothered to make it. Why do you ask?
I don't know. Dude, they were giving out monsters the other day outside the mall.
Nice.
I got the email as soon as I got home. Or the text message from my friend. I was like, gosh darn it, I just got home. How long does it normally take to teach somebody?
Depends on their mind. Depends on their attention abilities and innocence. Is that the word? Innate? Three-dimensional reasoning ability. And stuff
So
like
how
that.
long do you think it would take Trevor?
Well, I don't know.
He's good with the whole
I mean, I kind
three-dimensional
of
thing.
assume he's fairly intelligent and whatnot, but
Yes, he is.
I don't actually know how this three-dimensional ability is. If you say it's good, then alright. See, I've taught a lot of people in the past. I don't know if Scott's explained it, but we actually had a class in high school for it. We had this thing called Project Term, where at the end of the semester, for like the last 2 weeks or something, or I guess at the end of the year, I don't know. The last 2 weeks, or no, 4 weeks, would be this thing called Project Term, where you sign up for 2 classes in the first half and 2 classes in the second half, and they're in a block schedule. So you go to a class for like 3 hours, lunch break, go to another class for like 3 hours. And during Project Term, you could have independent study if you wanted to. You just have to get it approved and stuff like that. And I don't know exactly how it happened, but this other guy, who is really the one who figured out how to solve Rubik's Cube in the first place and then taught everyone else, decided to teach a class for it. And then because I was second best, I sort of became a co-teacher. And we got it approved. And so then it was me and him, and there were a couple other people who, but they weren't really there to learn or teach. They were just a goof off. It's they could. And so we taught like a dozen people. The thing is, you can like teach somebody how to solve a Rubik's Cube in a few hours. Some maybe only an hour for like really good people. But what I've noticed is that after that they'll take a break and they'll come back and they'll struggle with it, but they'll still know how. And so you still kind of sit there and guide them through it and stuff. But then the next day, most people seem to have forgotten. So, we'll see.
I'm sure if you write down the algorithms and stuff.
But, I mean, it's not just the algorithms. I mean, getting the algorithms is actually fairly easy. But then explaining to people how to solve the first 2 layers efficiently and effectively is something that people forget. That's really the complicated part. But yeah, there was a point in my life where like I knew all the things to do in teaching somebody how to solve Rubik's Cube. You could start off with like basic terminology and then give them some like abstract examples or something. And
Maybe he got lost.
Should have left the bird with tread crumbs. It is 11:10. I might just go to bed for the night myself.
That's fine.
Oh, I dropped a candy cane.